Okay, what's up everybody? Today I want to talk about the new Dune film. Dune 2, Timothee Chalamet, Zendaya. I forget which one it is. Yeah, let's just talk about it. I was really happy with this movie. I absolutely loved it so much just because, I don't know, I remember watching Dune 1, I'm like, it felt so intense and the world building was just brilliant, and I felt like it all kind of made sense, right? That's really what has to happen for these type of movies for me. It just has to kind of click logically. And yeah, I feel like I was getting a good introduction in the first film, and now in the second film, I couldn't believe it. It's definitely one of those rare cases where the second film is actually better than the first one. That's not to say the first one was bad at all. Loved it. But yeah, it's like all the tense action that you would want from this kind of movie, it's definitely here. And oh my God, I was so happy. Like there's this one scene, and I'm pretty sure this is like a pretty memorable one for a lot of people. I don't know, they had to take out some helicopter thing or whatever. And that thing is like not easy to really target. It has like a shield on it, blah, blah, blah. And at the same time, they're being attacked by other people on the ground. And Timothee Chalamet's character realizes, oh, the shield goes away when it's shooting at us. And his plan is, okay, I'll be the decoy kind of thing and just run out there to get cover. And it'll obviously shoot at him, and then Zendaya's character can then shoot at the helicopter. And it's so tense. Like already in that moment, it's pretty tense what he's doing. That's like a big risk that he's taking. And then they up the ante by having that place that he's going at. He's basically going like, I don't know, like the arm or leg or whatever of the machine. Like he's trying to like run towards it and hide cover behind it. It starts moving. And it's pretty good. It's just like this little thing, and I loved it so much just for that one moment. And yeah, that is just one scene. Words can't really describe it that well. You definitely have to go watch it. I guess words can describe it. There's a book, but I'm saying like, I'm saying my words can't describe it. I can't. Another thing that I'm really enjoying is, or at least what I enjoyed, and I hope they continue it, because wow, that's a hard thing to do. So I feel like I've actually discussed this kind of, not a lot, but it comes up pretty often, more than I would think it would come up. But tagline phrases, like tagline phrases are such a big thing. I forget the exact definition. Maybe I'll put it up, read more about it if you want. It's a pretty simple idea. It's this phrase that is said throughout the film, and when it's said frequently, it gains that sort of like charm that it has. One that I like, what just keeps swimming, from Finding Nemo, or there's Star Wars has some good ones. What was that? May the Force be with you. Mandalorian has a good one. Oh my God, I can't remember. Wow, that's stupid. Oh my God, I feel like such an idiot. Anyways, but there's a lot of tagline phrases. A very popular one, or I guess, well, not popular, it's a classic, here's looking at you, kid, like in Casablanca, you know what I mean? And in this film, their tagline phrase, I think, is as written. Which, one thing, this is a unique tagline, because typically in those other films I talked about, or shows or whatever, they're pretty consistent in what they mean emotionally. Like you kind of get that same feeling every time it's being said. In this movie, that wasn't the case. Like it had a little complexity, because of so many of the religious people were like all about this new Timothee Chalamet guy. It's like, he might be the savior, And so when anything happened that like went well in their eyes, they'll be like, as written. And it was kind of funny. Like, I don't know, maybe I might be a bad person for that. I thought it was funny. I think it was meant to be a funny thing, just because you're seeing them like they're being like overly like religious about this thing. And then I can't remember the precise moment, but something big happens where they say as written, and it feels genuinely like a big moment, and you're like, oh, I can't, it's not even funny anymore, like this is pretty, like to them this is serious, you know. And that variation is not one that I'm used to seeing, and I was really impressed and honestly really happy about it. Another big thing that I really liked about this movie was, wow, I just like, am I a sucker for that? I like whenever there's trials, like even from like Hercules, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you want to be whatever, you gotta do this, this, this. And they're always like some big things, like, I don't know, that's really cool. And it's just smart, like story-wise. If you want the film or whatever experience to like increasingly get more engaging, that trial stuff really sets you up for success, you know? Because it's like, here's a smaller thing, here's the bigger thing, here's this biggest thing that you gotta do at the end. It's just, it works really well. And I don't really want to spoil it, but the big thing does involve like those little worm things or whatever. And yeah, it's really cool. Like, it made me so happy to watch. Honestly, this movie has made me excited to watch the books. Watch the books? Read the books. What? I'm watching them already. I'm excited to read the books just based off these movies. I'm really happy about like how everything's turning out. I'm hoping that they make a lot more of these. I know, like it'll probably stop like at a trilogy. That feels like that's, I don't know, that just feels correct. But at the same time, it doesn't. You know, like I want this to be developed well and like thoroughly. I want a good amount of the story. There's a lot of books. They're very long books, and to comprise it in movies just feels great. I feel like they really could do it if they wanted to. I don't know if they will, but man, that would be cool. If you didn't like it, tell me. Like, I honestly, I haven't read the books. I didn't see the original Dune. If you have some input, go ahead. I would like to see what you think. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Have a good one.